Let's ask a question. Is monogamy natural? Part of me doesn't know if it's because of the way that I've been socialized or if this is just a true belief. Part of me really doesn't think it's natural for men or easy.
Is it natural for women?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's more natural for women. And it's just like, if we just go straight off of anatomy, right? I think that sometimes we think of humans more like we don't think of us as animalistic enough. If you think about animals, the point of sex is to procreate, and the point of procreation is to procreate or create as many people as possible, as many things as possible. Like that's the point. And so men can literally just like keep having sex. Like, or I feel like their sexual appetite or their ability to go, like physically for women, like that should be, I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, if you do it a couple times, it's like, ooh, okay, just physically, you be needing a second. I don't know. I feel like men, they can keep, especially if they're young.
Okay, even with anatomy though, you can't get rid of design and the intention of design. That suggests and I'm just saying, your suggestion kind of gives a picture of a God that has made one being completely just a receptacle, just a factory. And the other one just gets to shoot and have fun until the other breaks. That seems very strong for one side to be considered
that's exactly
monogamous.
what I think it is.
That's strong though, Lindsey. That's
I think it's ugly words to say like a receptacle, and
I mean
that's pretty ugly.
Remember the chewing gum?
Right.
You remember that illustration? Were you in that illustration?
Nah, but you talked about it on the episode.
Oh yes, that was like
you made us the chewing gum.
That was just trying. I didn't make that.
But I think that women. I think that I feel like because we are the receivers, I think you have to be more picky because you are the
receivers should be more picky.
Yeah. And I think like the person who has the most responsibility ends up having to be more, picky. As a woman, having sex with men, like if I get pregnant, it's on me. My life changes. His only changes if he decides to. I don't have a decision, I guess, unless I get rid of it. But if I'm not going to do that, and even if I do that, my body is the one that has to change.
Go through the changes.
Yeah, so it's like women, I think we end up having to have more of a responsibility of being picky.
But even in that is why the view of cheating is different.
Yeah.
Because you all are the ones that we see you as being the more picky. So when you do something outside of the one you have been picky with, it suggests that your selection parameters have changed. Whereas men, like you said, if we are just machine guns, so to speak, it's just drive-bys. He's not aiming when he is with the work wife or flirting with the girl at the club or whatever the case. So when Tyrone has slept with this woman and this woman on his wife, the woman is looking at like he's just being a man. That's what most of society, he's just being a man. He doing drive-bys. When you all do it, we are looking at as her selection parameters have changed, which means something internally has shifted with her. So it's a different feel from that because you're picky.
See, and I think that this has some level, and I always say this, patriarchy to it, because listen, I'm saying, I think that men, I think that because men have had such a hand in painting the picture of what men and women are, that it hasn't been painted in full truth. Men don't really talk about how dumb they become over women. Like the power that a woman can wield over a man, if she is cunning enough, if she is sexual enough, if she is sweet enough, if she knows the full power of her femininity. And I think that's the one thing that men have been able to finagle out of, is because women have started to try and be men with the equal rights and the feminism movement. Like we've gotten more harsh. But if women really fully embodied their feminine power, they can make a man do anything.
Well, Jay-Z and Too Short talked about it.
You just made the point of the whole episode. If women understood the full power that they have. And the thing is, they don't.
Sometimes they do.
No, they do.
I know women that get anything. I know women
there are
Jay and Too Short told the story.
who will get anything from a man. And guess what? Don't have to have sex with him. That's how, like, the lure and the way that if you are
but we're talking about but I get that standpoint.
So to think that a man could just go off and like cheat and it ain't no thing, the right woman could get her claws into you, and now you leaving your wife and your kids and your family
I get
and your
that.
life.
Leaving
everything.
Hey, baby, put your mom on the phone.
Listen, on Harlem Nights, when he got with that one hooker, he called his wife like, I ain't never coming home.
It's Richie.
But that's coming from that single woman perspective who got all this power. What about the women that are in these relationships that are these, not I won't even say at-home moms because they working too, they got careers, but these women who are taking that constant abuse, who don't understand the full power that they have. All they got to say is, we're done, get out, and all he gonna do is cry, and I promise you he'll change. But they don't even have enough common sense to do that.
Sure
well, you can't talk about...
She can't just leave. And we ain't talking about abuse. That's a whole... Let's go straight to sex. Yeah, because abuse is too hard. I feel like that's a very complex conversation.
Well, I ain't even just talking about physical, emotional, verbal, all
just
of it.
Just take abuse out. Just leave it at.
So we're
just not treating
cheating.
Right.
Yeah,
okay. Well, fine. What is it that's keeping you married to this guy? Y'all been married 7 years.
You love him.
No, that's stupidity.
You love him.
Love
is stupid.
Love is.
There is nothing logical about love.
I love him. So he could cheat. So when will it change? How does it change then?
This is what I think about. I think that it is by design and it is natural for people to become dumb when they fall in love. Because
men and women.
Yeah, because you need a level of stupid that will allow you to forgive things. Because if you are very like hard and like, you know what, I don't like that, I'm done, you'll never be with anybody. Love dulls that and kind of takes away that resolve to a degree so that you can continue with somebody.
Can you love someone and cheat on them?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. But
what made you make that stupid decision? Love or biology?
Hormones.
So biology.
Well, see, now I think we have to think about what we think love is, because I don't believe in unconditional love and I just love somebody.
Human love is based in conditions.
Right. Exactly. So just because you love someone, it doesn't mean that you'll never do anything to hurt them.
True.
So like this idea that if you do something to hurt me, now you no longer love me. I think that people love people from where they are. You know, I mean, some people hit people and I don't think they don't love them. I think that they may have seen, that doesn't mean you should stay with them. It doesn't mean it's okay. It doesn't make it right. But I do think that somebody could be physically abusive or could be emotionally abusive and love someone because that's the only way they've ever seen love.
You're married. Let's say you're married and your husband just cheats. That's what he does.
All the time.
All the time. He don't do nothing else wrong, but that's his thing. His daddy cheated. His granddaddy cheated. This is what he know. You know that's his issue. Who was that? Eric Benet had sex addiction. Was that Eric Benet? Mm-hmm. You know this. Do you stay because you love him?
Probably not me.
Well, we're talking about you.
Okay.
Why would you not stay?
Because I think that I think it depends, right? Mm-hmm. When you say he cheats all the time, is it like, I think how he's cheating matters too.
how he's cheating.
And people gonna hate this, and I know this isn't the popular.
Is this a
thing to
patriarchy
say.
thing, or are you about to say something different?
No. What I already said. Like, people are gonna hate. Women are gonna hate this because I think like we don't like to admit these things. But for me, if you cheat and you just like you don't give a damn, right? Like you going out,
you being disrespectful.
you at the spots that we be going to with the girl.
You being disrespectful.
You holding her hand. Yeah. That, nah, because then you don't care about me. You don't care about me knowing you're just downright disrespectful. Now, if I don't know that it's happening.
You sound like the 1960s lady. Just don't bring it home.
Listen, I can't be mad about what I don't know about. I don't know. I think maybe people need to be better at cheating. I don't know. If you're gonna be this is the truth. If you're gonna be a serial cheater, then you need to get good at it. What? If I catch you every time, you ain't good at it. What do? You need to find something else to do.
Well, then that goes to the point of why even be in a relationship or get married.
So do you stay? So you leaving him because he's just bad at it?
It's just like, what are you
just
doing?
bad at the stuff you do.
Yeah,
so
like what are you doing? And also, I think that we have to get to the bottom of why. You know what I mean? Like, are you somebody who's always on the road and we don't get to see each other? Like, I would need to understand, like, what is the underlying issue?
There's always a reason to why people cheat. Is it an
ego thing and you just like to have a bunch of people around you? I wouldn't even be attracted to a man like that needed constant affection and attention from women in order for him to feel like something. Like, ew, you lame. What you doing?
So, hey guys, we're going to take a break right here. And in a few minutes, we're going to come back. It's going to cut. We're going to go to the next. And we're going to have people call in. And we're going to have a conversation with some folks about cheating. See y'all in a few. Peace.
And now we're going to call a single woman who I think will have a different perspective that I think is very interesting and important for men to hear, because we've sat all of this time talking about how it's not normal, not natural, and women are just naturally another way. And so let's see if we could get a different perspective.
Let's see.
Wrong person. They gonna call me back.
Now that's how you get caught cheating.
And it was on FaceTime, Lord. You know, FaceTime get that notification right away, no matter how quickly you hang up.
It does.
Hello.
Okay, so
hey, girl.
So you know, Nicole and Rashida do not talk like this on a normal basis. Just so y'all know.
Hello. Hi, hello. Rashida. We have you on 1320 stuff, so say hey to everybody.
Hello, world.
So, we've been having a conversation about infidelity. And our conversation has kind of like been all over the place. But one of the things that continues to come up is like whether or not monogamy is natural for men versus women. And I just kind of want to know like how you feel about infidelity in general. Do you feel like women don't do it as much as men, or just like what your overall perspective of it is as a single woman? And you know what I'm asking you, because we've had conversations at length about cheating, and you
hold on. I feel like you're leading.
No,
I didn't lead
no. But you have a particular perspective that I think that men don't normally believe is real. So you know what I'm asking you.
It ain't real.
That women cheat?
Yes.
Awesome. Yes, they do. Yes, they absolutely do. I don't think that it's a gender thing at all.
Nasty.
I think monogamy is natural. I think that people get excited for relationships and they don't know how hard they are. Like, a relationship is actually not supposed to be growing, and it's difficult, and that person just playing nerves. And I think that the point of a relationship is to have like discipline. And I love this person enough not to hurt them, which means that I will deny myself. But I think that people are innately selfish. And so I do think that people cheat. But now my opinion is that it shouldn't be a deal breaker because...
Wait. What should be a deal breaker?
Cheating.
She said it shouldn't be a difference.
Cheating should not be a deal breaker, is what you're saying.
Cheating should not.
Okay, why not?
Which I know is weird. because cheating is actually not about the other person. It's a selfish thing that people do. And the truth is, in relationships, you always, whatever is your thing, you end up doing it and hurting the other person. And many times we make cheating something outside of a person's character flaw.
So you think that cheating could be looked at as a character flaw?
I think yes. I do think that it's probably like a trigger or a tell, or when somebody is unhappy, they do this. When some people are unhappy, they retreat emotionally, which would make that could be a deal breaker to somebody. When some people are unhappy, they do a whole bunch of stuff. It's another thing that people do when they are unhappy. And I do think that there's a personality type that tends to be like, you know what, I'm just going to get it somewhere else. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to leave, which this just sounds so bad. But I think that it's just a part of that person's personality and the manifestation of their selfishness.
Very interesting.
That is.
Wait, but she said, so Rashida, you said that it's not about the other person it's a selfish thing on my part. So if I cheat on my lady, it's really about me and not her. But what if my cheating is triggered by something, a lack that I'm not getting?
This is
You really keep
No.
RJ.
No,
keep
I'm only
pulling back
basing
on it, boy.
RJ is
I'm
like,
basing this question based off what Rashida said. So
RJ is steady life.
if my lady
your
isn't
fault.
stroking my ego, or if she's not cooking, or there's just no connection that emotionally, and I've been talking to her about this, and it's not, and so now I go and cheat. Like, so doesn't it then become about her too, though?
No, because I don't think that nobody is going to do everything you want them to do. That's called control.
I like to have control.
I mean, you don't want a robot. You don't want to say, I want you to do this, and then that person just does it because you say it. Then you just over them. I think that there will always be, nobody is meant to feel you completely. And so when people go into these relationships thinking that people are going to feel them completely, and then when they're missing one aspect of it, whatever their thing is, they do it. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to hurt you, and it's not always cheating. But for some reason, not for some reason, I get why it's a huge thing to people, but
a huge thing for people, not for you.
No. And again, the only reason I'm like this is because when I was younger, I used to cheat. Not anymore.
Not anymore. I've been changed.
She said when she was younger.
Of course, I've been single forever. But if I think, I used to cheat, and I was never gonna leave the person. It wasn't like I'm unhappy with this person, I'm gonna cheat and go away with this other person. No, it was like I'm cheating I was very aware of what I was doing. I was making myself happy in that moment. So that way I don't have to go back to my man and nag him. If I have 5 dudes, you ain't never gonna hear me nag. I'm good. Because if you ain't doing it, somebody else is.
Oh, look at
yes, eat this up, man. Yes, King, eat it up.
So you're doing him. Well, not current
she
you.
She doing him a favor. I helped you.
Not current you because you've matured, but old you were doing him a favor.
Yeah, they would be like, man, my girl's so cool. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you about
Man,
it.
can you imagine that you at the crib?
Oh, no.
So all you fellas right now that's been bragging to your boys, my girl is the coolest ever. She don't never get on my nerves.
Now, you know what? I really think that we could really on some funny stuff, but also unpack that, because I do think that men complain about women who complain or nag you or ask you for a bunch of stuff. And really, if she wasn't asking for nothing, it's probably because she getting it. And you ain't doing everything she wants. So you need to be a little scared when your girl too chill on you. You need to be okay with her giving you a hard time every now and then.
No.
So I think we're out of time. So thanks, Rashida, for calling in.
Yeah.
She's like, boy, you so happy.
Yeah. Right now, everybody about to go home. They looking at their girl right now like, Oh, you've been real chill the past 6 months.
Y'all, we gonna have a
I'm
whole
gonna be
show.
very honest.
Uh-oh.
The best relationships I've had have been when I've had other people, because I was not vying for everything from one person. So I do understand open relationships because you're not vying for everything from one person. You get other people to do other things for you, and everybody's good.
And you know what? And I think men understand that.
And men understand what?
Because I think men understand that from the sexual aspect. Men that have sex with multiple women or cheat just because they want to have sex with other people. They get like, oh, you don't necessarily want to do it as much as I do, as often as I do, or you don't want to do the things that I want to do.
Then the question becomes, at what point are you sacrificing for the other? If I'm gonna go get everything met in multiple places, is there any sacrifice occurring for the person you have chosen to be with?
I don't think that cheating is right. It's exactly what she described, or we've described it as. It is a selfish act. It is you wanting to be fulfilled in a certain aspect that you're not.
It could be, but however, how Rashida just described this thing, a particular type of person can see that as healthy.
But the problem is she's describing it from the female perspective, and now it's like a little irritant over here because
no, I know irritant.
Yeah. I feel it rising up in your chest.
No,
see?
what you sense is
and see,
that
when we was talking about
ungodly
men,
spirit that's coming about that. Y'all both, all y'all done grew up in church. All y'all grew up in church. They all grew up in church.
No, because if we we've been talking about cheating from a sexual aspect with men, and it's been described as more normal and women just accept it, blah, blah. However, okay.
So let me ask this question then, because to Rashida's point, why be in a relationship with that one? Is it because you're in love with that one?
Absolutely.
So why not just be single and then have your needs met by these different?
Because there's something about that person that I do like. Now, there's people like. There's somebody that is emotional. He'll give me like all these like romantic things, but he don't ever want to like talk and be intellectually stimulating. Okay, so then I have somebody that will be intellectually stimulating with me and fulfill that need. Like you don't get it all from anybody.
See, this is good.
No.
This is so good. This is
not good. It's not good. It's Frankenstein.
No. This is good because men cheat because either A, they want more sex than they're getting, or they want to have sex with multiple women or different types of sex.
Is that why men cheat?
So
why do y'all cheat?
Because
y'all try to act like it ain't emotional and we could just have sex and it don't mean nothing. I just want to have sex. Okay.
What you doing the voice for?
That's y'all voice. That's how y'all
So
sound.
I'm trying
Wait,
to...
y'all do that and you understand that. And you understand how men can do that with multiple women for that thing.
Yes.
This is the woman version of that. We don't necessarily want 6 men to freak. But we do want some romance, and we do want a man with some money that'll take us on a trip, Lord.
The woman version is very methodical.
Yeah, that's what y'all don't like that. Yeah, that scares y'all. Y'all's is real caveman-ish. We out here putting some things
y'all
together.
being surgical. That's a problem. You putting stuff together.
Go ahead.
And the other problem with men is, this is the other problem with men, you guys don't want to do the things that it takes to attract a woman. Like, it's like, I want a woman, but I don't want to do nothing romantic. I don't want to, like, talk. I don't want to do any of this. So then we many times do have to piecemeal it. Because what you will give us, you're like, there's a million women out here. So if you can't take what I'm giving you, oh, well. So then we got to piecemeal it. Because, y'all don't want to sacrifice and just do the stuff it takes to attract a woman.
I really hate to admit this, and I'm trying to hold back the tears, but Rashida has made a very valid point, and I really want to end this episode. Like, go to sleep.
Yeah, I feel like you're just waving a white flag.
Yeah, I have nothing to say because she makes a very valid point. I got to give it to her. She just described
to her. That's the problem. She getting it when she wants
It's so good. It's the female version of what men do. It's so beautiful. It's so perfect.
That is not perfect.
Yes.
And the whole thing is broken.
No. And also
God has no glory in any of this.
Wasn't saying none of this when we was talking about.
I was saying no. all the Lord is not pleased.
And I think it's also a really good point to be made when you say that a lot of times men complain or irritated by the things that women want, but men will do it until they have you, and it's the same. Women play the same game. When you meet a woman,
Now that's true.
Yeah,
that's
men
true.
and women do it.
No, but y'all are better at it.
Wait, women will. When
Y'all
you first meet a woman,
men do it until we get vagina. Y'all do it until you get a ring.
bingo. We're both doing the same thing
No.
to our own end game.
But you done
So
locked
men
in.
will romance you as long as you ain't that girl. So if because they're trying to get something.
okay.
So piecing men together and having multiple that's the only way I'm gonna get these things. As soon as I got the man, now he feel like he don't have to do that. The same way when a man is messing with a woman before he commit and before he do that, she probably has sex with him 2-3 times a day. Once in the morning, once at night. But once you married, now it's like, okay, well, got what I needed, and I'm busy, and I got kids, and I got other things to do.
But that is kind of true, because even in the context of Christianity.
Okay,
and
Rashida. Thank you for giving us great
Hey,
perspective.
Rashida. All right now.
Thank
Uh-huh.
you. We about to go.
We about to go.
We probably won't be calling you back no time soon.
Ever.
Thank you.
Nah, baby, you turned this up, Saturday.
No.
Exactly how I knew you would.
No,
Thank you,
this
friend.
is some foolishness. Foolishness.
Bye.
Yeah, when you look at it though, even in the context of Christianity, I've seen set with so many married couples who had sex before marriage. I mean, they loved the Lord, all that stuff, and they were having sex all the time before they got married. Then they get married in holy matrimony and commit to the Lord, and it's the Sahara Desert in their house, you know. And I think you do have to deal with that reality, you know.
But I think it's important to point out, and I had this conversation with my guy friend the other day, is that men, that reality is created by both people. So when
That's
we
true.
meet each other, we have a representative, and we do everything we can. Like if I think I like you, I'm doing extra. I'm doing special stuff. And so the men are doing special stuff, and they're doing the things that they know women want, that they know will get them what they want from women. Saying all the right things. Can talk, like, I listen, this guy that I talked to, I mean, he would call me and talk to me all day. And I used to say all the time, this isn't sustainable. I know that you're going to stop doing this once you get comfortable. But this is what and it wasn't even inauthentic. I think that he really wanted something from me. And he was giving me everything that he thought he could think of that I would want to get it. And women do the same thing. And the reason why you end up married and now it's the Sahara Desert is not only because life happens, but also because you're not doing what you was doing to get the wop.
Well, I know. I agree.
You stop texting good morning. You
I
stop
agree with
saying
you.
you sending me money
I
or
agree
sending
with
me
you.
on trips.
But I think because that energy is driven by a desire,
Yes,
an
for
unmet
sure.
desire. When the desire gets met, that energy is. And so it's how do you keep recreating that energy, which leads into a whole nother conversation. But we're never calling Rashida again.
Nah, she said, that was good. Thank you, Rashida.
No, thank you, Rashida. All right, next caller.
Thank you for tuning in for another episode of 1320 Stuff. We love you. Make sure that you follow, like, subscribe, send us DMs, message us. Just make sure you're engaging. Let us know what you want us to talk about. We really appreciate the support, and see you next week.